Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Kansas City. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Bringing them out and celebrating now a decade in the NFL. This is Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down. Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Our first carry now, Brashard Smith. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. Now, this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Has a man on target to Thornton. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
13-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Darnold. And his first pass falls incomplete.
Darnold's pass.
First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
They'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 2nd down, Darnold. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. Stop finally made, but well downfield. Picked up about 24 before it. And that's going to be a Seahawks 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Now Darnold on the play action. Connects with the open man downfield. There's the hit, and finally putting an end to that one. Out of bounds after a gain of about 26. And that gives the Seahawks the first down.
That is not easy to do in this league. Consecutive, chunk, explosive plays through the air. This defense is reeling. They're on their heels.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Give him a few yards on that run. It's second and 7.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Second down. Darnold has him on the quick hitter. Small gain down to the 23. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. They'll pause now for an injured player. Regular season just 1 week away. You don't want to see anybody get hurt here. Hopefully something minor as the medical team works on it. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shaheed coming in motion left. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. And he loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll get a little bit of grace for a drop in the first frame, but that's one, as this game goes on, he's got to have. It's hard on 3rd down to execute. And with the ball in your hands, you got to find a way to catch it.
Running back motions right. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes. Pressure closing in. They're going to get him back at the 20. Byron Murphy. And that's going to lead us to a 3rd and 13.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. As the Seahawks get back out there. Here's a look at defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo. His 7 seasons in Kansas City featuring those 3 Super Bowl titles, and he's also won a title as a coordinator for the Giants. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like about 11 yards. And that's good for a Seattle 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunk of yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Here's Darnold. Right back to him, but he can't make the catch this time. Defender waiting with that hit, forces it out. It's 2nd down. Too early to go back to that well, partner. They were still locked in on him after his gain on that previous snap.
Yeah, and they defended this one far better than the last one. Some renewed focus and bodying him up. You know, as a defender, you have got to separate that receiver from the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And a stop is made. 1st down coming up. It's a gain of 11. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Throwing here, Darnold. Dump off to his fullback. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time. Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Couple of yards on the catch. Leaves him 2nd and 8. Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line. A dominant play on his part. Maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Now Darnold. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The LSU rookie with the pick. And the Chiefs get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
1st down from the 42. Looking to throw Mahomes. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
This is Walker on 2nd. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tyrese Knight on that tackle. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Running back sent in motion left. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. Met there, driven out to cap that gain at about 6 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd down. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
Walker now from the gun. Has some space inside the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Even with everything he racked up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. And he's going to opt to just ditch this one through the end zone. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal. And this defense stringing together some strong reps here early, Brock. That pass rush off to a great start.
One thing I've grown to appreciate, too, in this just kind of analytical revolution we're in, the stats of today, Kate, it's not just sacks, it's pressures, right? It's those hits, those pressures, because you know they make a strong impact, too.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. A pick up of 4, that brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And this is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. Noah Gray in from 3 yards. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
Chiefs 7, Seahawks nothing.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Starting this one out with Charbonnet. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's a give to Price. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
And
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that first down.
All set to go now from the 35. On first down, this is Charbonnet. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. Now, you want to get that century mark.
Yeah.
That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
Darnold looking to throw. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Couple of yards on the catch, leaves him 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play. Just some great blocking on that play, Brock. Those extra bodies near the line sure helped him get the space that he needed to get that chunky yards.
We hear it almost each and every week from offenses that really love their 12 personnel. Defenses trying to stop it, know how difficult it can be. Job well done by everybody there.
No place to go here, and they plant him back at the 37. Felix and Udike Uzama. And that forces them back now into a 2nd and 15.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
On 2nd down, here's Darnold. Dumped off to his running back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's Darnold to throw. It's a screen pass, Charbonnet. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down. Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And we will not see the field goal tried just yet, as the clock has hit zeros on our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. And they sure could use these 3 points, partners. They try to line up the field goal. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Nico Remigio. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a walker run. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Chiefs a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
We've set it downs from 37. Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second. This is Smith. This one stopped. Play gains about 6 yards. And that earns Kansas City the first down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Walker on first down. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Running back sent in motion. On second down, here's Mahomes. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing third down.
With the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. Rice has it work in the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
That penalty is declined.
First and 10 here for Mahomes. That last play giving him 8 completions on his 12 attempts. They'll go play action. Taking a shot deep here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. Thornton's the receiver in motion left. On second down, Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Mahomes is set. Here's first and 10. Coming off his 10th completion so far on his 15 attempts. Now a carry. It's Smith. Finds a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Running in here with Smith. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. Third down. To the air, Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
We call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes makes the catch. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Need hardly anything here. Second and inches. DeMarcado will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a third down at your own 1. Yikes.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal. Here's Smith.
I don't mind that call at all, Kate. A little RPO there on 3rd down situation, but they went to the run and they just couldn't get enough.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Butker knocks it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Butker on now to kick this one away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. They send a receiver in motion right. Working on 2nd down. Darnold. Contact on the throw, and yeah, this one never had a chance to the ground. It is incomplete. That sets up 3rd down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw, here's Darnold. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And they're going to have the first down. Nice chunky yards there. Give them about 17 of them.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
This is Darnold on first. And he's up to 9 of 15 passing after that last completion. They've got a man in motion. Now Darnold off the play action. Finds Cup once more. And he's going to lose at least a couple here heading out of bounds before he's able to make anything on that play.
I certainly don't mind completions nor getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands in a hurry, but that one was way too predictable as it goes backwards.
Last catch went the wrong way. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing here, Darnold. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Just couldn't hang on to that one. He absorbed a pretty solid hit there that knocked it out, and now we've got 4th down. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Looking to throw Mahomes. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the 1st down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Play action, Mahomes. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get into a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
This difference maker, well, he's up to 5 catches now for the game. And what I love about this, Kate, these are the contested catches. It may not show up as a lot of yardage, but these are the kind of catches you gain trust with the quarterback, and much more importantly, with the rest of your teammates.
2nd down, Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back across midfield at the 49. Murphy in there again. And that is now 2 for him, and we're not even at halftime.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
In trouble, and this time he's going to get the throwaway, but it is incomplete. Never had a chance of connecting that one, Brock. At least he avoided the sack, but it is 4th down.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
So on 4th down, out comes Matt Ariza to boot it away. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And as they get set, Carter, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Charbonnet. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play fake, Darnold. To the left and pulled in by Cup. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And that's going to be a Seahawks first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll pitch it to Charbonnet. And he'll get forward about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
That's some running over there, Kate, that's going to get some love from his coaches. Maybe some fist pounds, too. Nothing flashy. Just trust your keys, run behind your pads, and get what's there.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Darnold now to throw. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And the defender is there with him every step of the way downfield to make the hit and break up that catch. It's 3rd down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. Chiefs have Nico Remigio out for the return. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Chiefs in front here at Arrowhead. 1st and 10 here for Mahomes. And he's up over 150 yards passing thanks to that previous completion. Back to throw. And the hit's going to separate him from that football. Incomplete. Not surprising to find a defender in the area there over the middle challenging that one, partner. It's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing is Mahomes. To the left and hauled in by Kelsey. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And it's going to be 1st down Chiefs.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Here's Mahomes. This is thrown towards the defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
I got a hunch, as busy as this tight end has been here in the first half, this defense, they're going to make some adjustments, and I think it started right there. A whole lot tighter coverage that time.
Last completion got him 6. It's going to be 3rd and 4. Now it's Mahomes. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And Mahomes has enough for the first as he slides down to avoid that contact. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Taking off with it again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Positive of that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To the air, Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Noah Gray. First return score. Now he's got a receiving one, too. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Butker to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And they now lead by 14 points.
17. Seahawks 3.
Butker on now to kick this one away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. They kick the running back in motion. Darnold. A throw right side, finds Cup. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
At the 43-yard line.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on 2nd. Darnold looking to throw. He hauls this one in with one hand. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on second. Charbonnet now up the middle. It's in. He's going to be stopped after a 1-yard gain. And that gives the Seahawks the first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They've got first down here from the 36. Now Darnold off the play action. It's caught. Garner. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Darnold. He gets it away, but almost no power behind it. Incomplete, and now it's 3rd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. To throw. Here's Darnold. Gets him on the in route. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making a stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Darnold. Connection made to Shaheed. He's going to be forced out following a gain of about 10. And that's good for a Seattle first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Darnold's on 1st and 10. And he's only missed one since halftime. 5 completions so far on 6 attempts. Out wide here to Cup. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
To Cooper Kupp. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Couple of yards on the catch. Leaves him 2nd and 8. Motion man sent left. 2nd down. Darnold. Throw left side caught by Shaheed. Defense gets to him, shoves him out. Gain of about 16 before they did so. And that's going to be a Seahawks first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the red zone on 1st. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1 yard gain.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Throwing on 2nd, Darnold. Drops back. Needs an open man. And this is through the end zone and incomplete. I think he was just getting rid of that one, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down. So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock. Choosing to just get rid of it, even though we did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game. Just not in any rhythm. Really, the defense dictating so much.
They'll throw 3rd and long. That's caught. Here's Arroyo. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that cuts the lead to 7.
Chiefs 17. Seahawks 10.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Mejio with the return. He dodged the tackle, and he's brought down just inside the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running back sent in motion. Working on 2nd down. Mahomes. And down he goes. The defense got to him right around the 26. DeMarcus Lawrence. And that's going to back them up now into a 3rd down and 7.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
To the air on 3rd and long. That's complete. Here's Thornton. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that's going to give the Chiefs a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Rice has it work in the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mahomes is set. Here's 1st and 10. And he is close. He is right near 250 yards passing after that last play. He's going to throw this one. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Man in motion here. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's brought in. It's his back, Brashard Smith. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Mahomes. Got it, man, and Kelsey has it. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
22-yard line.
First and 10 here for Mahomes. And he's now 4 for 5 passing since coming out of halftime. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. The
Gotta be
opposition
rush
puts them
hour,
on the
Kate,
back.
because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now. They need 7. Now it's Mahomes. Quick slant into the hands of Thornton. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. 1st down coming up.
A gain of 9
Sure
yards.
seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Mahomes is set. Here's first and 10. And he's only missed once since halftime. 5 completions so far on 6 attempts. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 8-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. To the air, Mahomes. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
It's just kind of the type of play. Why you name a position like this tight end? Because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Receiver in motion, going left. And there it is. Touchdown, Chiefs. Xavier Worthy on the 12th play of that series. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Butker to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Seahawks 10.
Butker on now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
Shaheed now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks offense running out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. On with a quick pass out wide. They wind up with a quality 16-yard pickup on that play. They get the first down, too.
A gain of 16
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
This is Charbonnet heading right. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that gives the Seahawks the first down. Brock, you tell me about this all the time. A tight end's top responsibility changes by the down. And on that one, it was all about blocking, getting his guys some space to get vertical.
Really got to be some of the most versatile players on the team. I was spoiled in my life, in my football life, to watch really the Colts and their 12 personnel so good in the run game, just like that one.
Play fake, Darnold. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be forced out of bounds with a gain of, looks like about 4.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on second down. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
brought down by Nick Bolton. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender timed it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, looks like this is the moment they're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he comes through, and they've got the 1st down. It almost felt like they had to go for it. They needed a spark there, Brock. The offense gives it to him.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up 1st downs and keep the drive on schedule.
4th down play sets him up now inside the 35-yard line. Here comes 1st and 10. Charbonnet on the toss. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And he takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of the defense. I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. To throw, here's Darnold. And no luck. That's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did. We've got a Seahawk that is injured out there. They're going to tend to him now. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. But following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Well, who else? Kelsey's got another. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have set themselves up for the win here. Now just need to carry this lead through to the end. First and 10 here for Mahomes. That last pass, Brock, taking him over 300 yards for this ball game. Looking in the air here. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11. And that earns Kansas City the first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Off the play fake. It's Mahomes. Has the open man downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of him.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. This is Smith. Crashes through a tackle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. I'm going to be a little judgy here, Brock. You got to have more than that on first and goal because now the pressure rises quite a bit to get good yardage or a touchdown here on 2nd.
I don't disagree with you. The only thing I would say is that run, you hope offensively now gets the eyes of the defenders to focus on it, and you could throw a little play-action pass for a tud.
Here's Mahomes now. Yeah, the defensive pressure messes up that release. Pass falls to the ground. It is incomplete. It's 3rd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Under pressure, down he goes. They got him at the 17. And it's going to lose 9 as well as bring up 4th and goal.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Butker knocks it through and then extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 2. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Seahawks and Zach Charbonnet ready for another go on offense. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well even with the workload they placed upon him. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Now Darnold off the play action. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. He's hit, finally forced out of bounds after a gain of about 27 on the play. And that's good for a Seattle 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Now Darnold. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Darnold. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
All set to go now from the 35. Tight end going in motion here. Darnold looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
From the red zone now. Into the hands of Smith and Jigba over the middle. And a good tackle as that ball is secured. Limits that gain to 8.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Price. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
Jadarian Price, the ball carrier. Peter Woods on the stop. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. There's a shotgun give to Price. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is
stop the run?
And they've been doing it.
Myers' kick is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. This makes it up to the 25. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Off the RPO, they get it to Worthy. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on second down. Running in here with Smith. Jukes away from one. He's brought down after a big play, give him about 19 yards. And it's going to be first down Chiefs.
A gain of 19 yards.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
So first down from the 41. Here's Smith. And his progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A run here. This is DeMercado. And give him the first down. Winds up at about 6 on that play before he was stopped.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On the run, it's Smith. And some solid blocking there, springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Now carry, it's Smith. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Back to Smith. And he will find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the second time around.
Butker to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And lead now up to 18 points.
Chiefs 34, Seahawks 16.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw there last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. Arroyo on the catch. And he'll get it up to the 27.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end. because that's their bread and butter. That play actually gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They kick the running back in motion. Second down, Darnold. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Second down. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third and 4 coming up now. Darnold now to throw. Ooh, he had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And on 4th and 3, they get twice that. A gain of about 6. That's going to be a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Here's Darnold. To the outside, catches made by Smith and Jigba. So give him 10 before he steps out of bounds. And that's going to be a Seahawks first down.
That just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm, receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are moving.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Fights his way through a tackle. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down.
Brought down by Nick Bolton. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Throwing here, Darnold. Running by Arroyo in the middle. And they're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. First down coming.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it, and when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a first down.
To throw, here's Darnold. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And before the snap, the officials whistle that play dead. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Play fake, Darnold. Finds Cup again. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. And this is just going to be thrown out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Still plenty of chances, though. It's 2nd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Contact on the throw, and yeah, this one never had a chance. To the ground, it is incomplete. That sets up 3rd down. And it just seems, Brock, like this punishment is not going to end until that clock runs out. It has been a lot of plays just like that one that have led them here.
You know what's funny, too, Kate, as you say that? I can still feel a soreness in my neck, in my ribs, in my back after games like this where you just get hit a bunch.
He's going to take this to the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rasheen Shaheed on the 12th play of that series. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Myers to add the PAT. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And we've got ourselves an 11-point game.
34, Seahawks 23.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Quick throw is caught. And it has the Chiefs' 1st down there, Brock. And the celebration can begin as they can run out the clock now on this one. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And this victory is going to give them a nice shot of confidence as they work through the next couple of weeks and prepare for things to count coming up in Week 1. So for Brock Eward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.